what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. How are you doing? I'm going to take you into the reality of the situation immediately. Top of the episode of what's going on right now, because instead of me doing take after take after take, intro after intro, attempt after intro attempt of me trying to make a shtick happen, make a funny hee ha ha top of the episode shtick happen, I'm just going to keep it real, okay? It's 2 p.m. on a Friday. It's June 26th. I just woke up from a nap, okay? I can't have any more caffeine today. If you're new here, I can't have any more caffeine today because I feel like this is a somber, sad way to reveal. By the way, the photos, the Instagram reveal photo, hey, we're pregnant. I'll just say it. Why do I beep it? Fuck it. It's already out of the bag. It's been out of the bag for like 2 months now on my podcast. But if you're new here, hi, we're tired. Okay. It's the afternoon. It's a Friday. And I woke up from a nap with a face full of perioral dermatitis, my hair in a messy bun. And yeah, so no makeup. My set was ready. My notes are ready. I'm ready to record otherwise. But the face, the hair, the vibes, the on-camera, like on-camera ready situation was not where it needs to be at. Okay, I have a pretty high standard here on the show with my, when it comes to my makeup routine. Okay, I usually do a full beat. Today's makeup was a 5-minute slap on whatever you can find because I couldn't find my everyday makeup bag pouch thing that I usually do my makeup with. I have no idea where it's at. I think it might be in the car. I think it fell out of my gym bag because I wear makeup to the gym now because I have perioral dermatitis and I'm insecure. Okay. And I'm fat and insecure right now. We're pregnant, we're fat, we're insecure about our face because we have acne and it's constantly red. So I pulled off a 5-minute makeup routine that is very reminiscent to, I looked in the mirror and I'm like, this is giving Ryan Seacrest hosting American Idol, before 4K was a thing. But you could tell he was wearing a shit ton of face makeup and foundation when he was hosting American Idol. That's the vibe. Okay. Then we slapped on a little Benetint berry toned lip tint, pushed our tits up, put some sunglasses on, and a hat, and we're ready to roll. Okay. So that's your intro. That's real life. That's like, hey, what's your actual life like right now? That's it. Okay. It's hard. It's getting harder. I'm feeling like so the thing is and I'll just set the scene right now. I'll tell you about my day. And then this is how the episode's going to go. So I'm going to set the scene, tell you about my day. How's your Friday? How was your week? Right. And then we're going to get into the heavy hitting news topics, the good news of the world, the great, things happening around the globe, in these beautiful modern times. And yeah, I've got I have a fun segment today. I never really curate like stupid videos for us to listen to together. Or, I mean, you're probably listening. I'm assuming most of you listen. So the only time I watch a podcast is if I'm eating and it happens to be a video podcast that I can watch on Spotify video. Which, by the way, you can do that on my podcast or with my podcast. I am on Spotify video. I'm on YouTube. You can sit down and hang out with me there. And then also we're going to go behind the scenes right now. Mid-sentence, mid-thought. Okay. And by the way, I'll get back to what I was just saying about this stupid video curation because I always remember what I was talking about somehow. I'm mid-sentence, mid-thought, like, you're better than this. You just read 15 quotes from Kobe Bryant on the Kobe Bryant Instagram page you follow. I almost want to pull it up and remind myself that this is the kind of energy I actually need to bring if I really want to weed out these hoes on the top charts. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So I'm basically saying I want to delete this intro, start over, redo this because I'm better than this. I'm better than this. Okay. I should be more disciplined than this. I should dig deeper, find it within me to say, fuck the baby, drink half a Celsius. Okay. That's what it's going to take for you to not weed these hoes out. Hoe these weeds. By the way, I need to weed my backyard this weekend. Okay. That's also on the list, the to-do list items. What am I saying? Crowd these bitches out of the top charts. Okay. This is the kind of vibe I need to bring. Kobe Bryant quotes here on the Kobe highlight. I should be wearing my Lakers hat today. Instagram page. I can't relate to lazy people. We don't speak the same language. I don't understand you. I don't want to understand you. So I'm imagining Kobe Bryant telling me that about starting the episode off, being like, I just woke up from a nap. It's a Friday afternoon. I'm fat and tired and pregnant. You guys, so the pregnancy thing is like not it's not my personality on the podcast. It's not my brand. It's not my, like, that's not what you're getting here. You're not getting mommy content or future mama content. I do talk about it, and I talk about it in a facetious way because it's a new chapter. I'm a first-time mom, a mom to be. And like, I officially popped. And I just don't love it being uncomfortable in my skin, meaning like nothing fits. Not that I don't think I'm beautiful and my body is beautiful and I'm creating life and blah, blah, all of that wonderful stuff. Of course I think that, but I am so like, I can't, it's only going to get worse from here. And I'm already uncomfortable and I'm not even that large yet. So anyways, I started the episode out complaining. Kobe Bryant, back to the quotes. A lion has to eat. Run with me or run from me. My brain, it cannot process failure. It will not process failure. The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win. Let's jazz this up. Podcasting on a Friday afternoon. Okay, you guys, let's have fun. Like, this is not how I want to do it. Okay. Kobe just hyped me up a little bit. So, we don't quit. We don't cower. We don't run. We endure and we conquer. If you're afraid to fail, then you're probably going to fail. Fuck yeah. Hard work outweighs talent every time. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, fuck yeah. Kobe Bryant, everyone. Rest in peace. God. Speaking of Kobe Bryant, and we will get to the thought I was having about curating stupid videos for us to listen and watch together. I'm really fucking sad about Oliver Twist. I'm so tired right now and uncaffeinated. Like, I know it's Oliver Tree, but I had to just get out what I immediately thought, which was Oliver Twist. I miss Oliver Tree. I am so sad about him. And I'm saying this because I was just talking about Kobe Bryant. You all know they unfortunately both died in a helicopter crash. If you didn't know that, Oliver Tree unfortunately just passed away in, was it Argentina or where was it? Brazil? In a really awful helicopter crash. And I'm getting served all of these amazing interviews of him. And I just like, I had a phase of, an H3 podcast phase where that's where I was first introduced to Oliver Tree. And I was listening to their show all the time, listen to every interview when he was on. I listened to a few other shows when he would get interviewed. And I'm just like, damn it, like what a beautiful soul, an amazing human being, one of a kind. Like I just loved everything about him. I have nothing negative. I don't think anyone could say something, can say anything negative about him. I mean, it's just, it really makes me sad because I'm getting all of these videos now. It's like what I've taught. Okay. So this pregnancy, we will talk about it, has been an emotional roller coaster. I told you that I'm a masochist in the way that I can do this. I intentionally seek out sad content on my social media. So the algorithm feeds me sad videos that make me cry, because I'm like, I think it feels really good to cry right now. It feels extra good to cry now that I'm knocked up. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's a new thing. Like it's kind of like how laughing feels so good. Crying right now feels so good. So I'm seeking out sad content and I'm double tapping it. So I keep getting served sad content. And this is a lot of dying dog videos, dogs that have already died that their owners like doing a montage video of, and they're sharing the last moments of their life. Like, this is the last time he went on the lake or rode on the boat on the lake. And this is the last time we showed him a sunset. And this is the last video of him running towards me at the park after he fetched a ball. And like, so anyways, now it's like, I'm still crying. And this time it's videos of Oliver Tree. And it's just, I can't stop crying. I can't stop crying. What's making me laugh right now? How can I lighten this up? I mean, what is making me laugh right now? Not much. Not much, to be honest. I'm not depressed, you guys. I'm just like, no, what's actually making me laugh? Come on. Back to the tangent I was on that I got off of. These stupid videos. The degenerates of the United States of America videos that have been served to me on my Instagram Reels doom scroll. So I've been on TikTok forever. Like that's where I normally doom scroll if I'm watching videos, not Reels. My Reels algorithm is diabolical. And we're going to play some videos as like a nice palate cleanser. This will be after a segment where I read a CBS article and then I yell at you. Okay. So we're reading a CBS article today. So life updates, reading a CBS article. I'm going to yell at you. I have a theory and I'm going to yell at you. It's going to be fun. And then we're going to do the stupid fucking videos, the degenerates of the United States of America videos. We'll watch those. There's like a psych ward lady, who scrapbooked everything in the psych ward. There's a lot of like chicks with multiple kids, single moms, with multiple baby dad. Like, it's just a fun time. So there's also like a finance bro that reminds me of one of my exes. And I just, I have so many comments on these videos. I want to save them until we watch them. And then we're going to do some news, the CBS article is like a little piece of news, but it ties into a life update. So we'll kind of clump that together. And then I have news. And I'm going to instead of yelling at you, I'm going to call people out. And I'm going to shame them. So it's like, I'm still yelling. Basically, I guess what I do here, and, I make clips for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. And I find that like my cadence, my rhythm, my vibe, the sauce I serve to the people to promote my podcast is just me yelling at the camera and me screaming at everyone. Like that's what I do here. And if you look back, like, it's so funny because if you look all the way back to 2020, like fat blonde Jacqueline. Why do I just say fat like so nonchalantly? Like, I have nothing to prove. I always said that when I was on Ozempic, or what was I on? Tirzepatide. I don't think they had the the Retta when I was on the Tirzep. That's like a new thing that has like way more powers than the Tirzepatide and the Ozempic, or what's the other one? Tirzepatide, semaglutide, Retatrutide. But yeah, at the time when I was on it, this was all of 2025, I was like, I have nothing to prove. I work out every day, I eat healthy, I'm fit. So like I've oscillated, right? Like I've been fat, I've been skinny, I've been super lean and like ripped, and I've been pregnant. So I'm just like, I let my gums flap about my body. I was fat and blonde when I started this podcast, in a deep, dark depression, darkest depression in my life. Of course, it was during 2020. Okay. I was on unemployment. Life was hell. But at the time, when I was podcasting 7 days a week, yeah, I would get on here every single day with fucking sunglasses like I am now. The sunglasses on a podcast as a podcast host And I think Clavicular would agree with this. This is a looks maxing thing. Like, you just look like you know what you're talking about when you wear sunglasses on a podcast. And anyways, I've been doing this since day one. So yeah, I'm constantly yelling though. Like, and then I watch like podcast clips of like Sammy Clark. She's like a sweetheart. We have the same birthday, by the way. We're the same age. She's like the complete opposite of me, like vibe wise, I guess, personality wise. And it's just so like, she was like talking to a therapist and she's like, I knew deep down, it was like, I knew what I wanted, but I was blocking myself from receiving it because I didn't want people to think that I was selfish. And so I always played things down. And meanwhile, I was, I was, not being true to who I was. And after journaling about this, it's just like that kind of stuff. I'm like, I mean, we go deep on here, but it's like deep in like therapy deep, but not in I don't think I could sincerely speak that way if I tried. Or like a heart, like, I don't think I could have a heart to heart with you about something personal without like joking the entire fucking time. Like, I don't have that. It's a cope thing. That's how I cope, whatever. I mean, I have said like the most vulnerable stuff on here. I've been super serious, but the end of the sentence is, or the end of the segment of me being like, yeah, I had a 10-year-long eating disorder and my dad told me I was fat. That wasn't why. That was a piece of the puzzle for sure. And then I like end that with, I don't know, some stupid fucking thing. All right. This is all over the place. Happy Friday. Yeah. Okay. So plugs, let's do it. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Overcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts, please hit that subscribe button and review the show 5 stars while you're there. High 4-star Spotify review. Let's get it to 5 stars. Hi. Is she controversial? Is she a mean, evil person? Why does she not have 5 stars? I wonder why. It's probably good for, probably piques people's curiosity when you have a 4-star review versus a 5-star review. It's like, what is it about her and what she talks about that would make people go, fuck this bitch, I'm not going to give her a 5-star review. You know what I mean? Like, that actually might be better for acquiring new listeners. Anyways, you can, subscribe to the Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts, and review the show 5 stars while you're there. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Jacqueline Monroe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is the video and audio podcast. Hi, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And finally, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/TJMS. Patreon.com/TJMS. It's my little subscription service, my little tip jar. Go check it out. It's $5 a month. Patreon.com/TJMS. All right. So I'm going to set the scene. I told you about the outfit and the makeup. The drinks. We have water in a Stanley cup, a lemon spindrift, and a no caffeine Coke Zero. Is this a Coke Zero? Yeah. And a cheese stick as the snack in case I have a low blood sugar dip and I need to eat something because my child is starving on his amniotic fluid. Or he's not getting enough nutrients through the placenta or whatever, however the fuck it works. And he needs a cheese stick. Okay. This might be happening. Like, I might be eating this might become a mukbang at some point. I do have a cheese stick on board. Should I get a baby on board? I'm going to just mommy blog the fuck out of this episode and tell you everything, because at this point, that is my actual life. That's my real life. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually what I'm dealing with right now. Sorry. It's the hormones. You can get away with murder when you're pregnant. It's so fun. But like, what was I saying? The cheese stick, the baby getting hungry. I have no idea. The motto of last week's episode was get liquid and stay loose. I feel like, yeah, we're going to do that again today. Get liquid and stay loose. Keep it fun. Keep it light. I will be yelling a lot, but we're going to keep it light. Okay. So what did I do today? It's Friday. Okay. I went to the gym. How can I be more sweetie pie? Okay. So, hi, it's Friday. What did I do today? Let me set the scene, tell you about my day, what's going on in my life. So I went to the gym and I did a heavy leg day. It's Friday. Sometimes I don't really have specific days that I do certain workouts on. I just vibe it out. Okay. And especially when you're pregnant, it's like you don't want to push it and take the 6 a.m. spin class when you were up peeing every hour of the night that night before the 6 a.m. spin class. That actually hasn't been happening to me as much recently as it did in the first trimester. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, heavy leg day today. I am back squatting 225 pounds with ease. That's my fucking warm up. Okay. I'm not going above 225 because I don't want my cervix to explode. I know that wouldn't happen, but like, fuck, this is a pregnancy episode. You guys, I love you. Hi. This is my new thing. I'm feeling more empathetic, more emotional. I'm crying more. I am so connected to people in a way that I've never felt before. I just love you. Thank you for being here. I consider you a close friend. I consider you, I consider that we're in an intimate relationship right now, and I can tell you anything. Okay, that's why I do this. This is supplementing friendship for me, and this is supplementing loneliness or helping this is how I feel less lonely. Okay, it's building a virtual community for myself with strangers I do not know. Well, they know everything about me because I overshare and I have no filter. And when people start a podcast, like the first fucking line about when they promote the podcast is always, we're not holding back. We don't have a filter and we don't care. It's like, it's like one of those slogans. It's like everyone does that on a podcast, but they always have to disclose it like unfiltered. We share our opinions and we don't care what you think. And, but I really like this. When you're listening to me, it's a phone call. You're sitting on the couch in front of me. You're on the phone on the couch in front of me. We're talking on the phone 10 feet away. You're on the couch. No, it's like you're hanging out with me, right? Like I'm telling you everything like close, like I would a close personal friend. So yeah, we're going to just talk about my cervix blasting open from squatting over 225 pounds. We're going to just use the pregnancy terminology, because it's relevant to my life right now. And, cool. So heavy leg day. What did I do? Yeah. Squatting, hip thrusting, abduction, hack squat, like kind of hamstring work. Yeah, like I'm stronger than I've ever been. Hold on. I woke up from my nap and drank half a Diet Coke. And I didn't drink water after my nap, and I know that's bad. Okay. So yeah, I'm like super strong right now. I'm like heavier, obviously physically heavier. So I just feel like I have more oomph when I lift. So it's been nice. Okay. So that's what I did this morning. What am I eating? Like, do you guys want to know what I'm eating? I'm having like a banana and a protein shake before the gym, a little caffeine, little iced coffee in that protein shake. Coming home, eating like 4 eggs, avocado, a little cottage cheese, a little pumpkin seed, my actual, like, if there is something I'm eating constantly right now, it's so funny how I'm like, this is what I'm going to pick out as the thing I ate during my first pregnancy. this medium, chunky salsa, just like regular, like 365 brand or like Sprouts brand, whatever, you know, whatever grocery store you're shopping at. Just like jarred medium salsa. But like, it is so good on everything, like on specifically Mexican themed dishes. So, you know, it goes good with that, the eggs and avocado with the pumpkin seed, a little cilantro, a little cottage cheese dollop. You know, it's like a breakfast bowl vibe. Then you add a little salsa and then the hot sauce. It just adds like especially when it's cold out of the fridge. I keep it cold in the fridge. I guess that's where you keep salsa, right? Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm eating. And then, oh my gosh. And then just like so many peaches right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you didn't know this, it's stone fruit season and you need to get with it. I am eating 4 peaches a day, a bag of cherries a day, nectarines, apricots. Oh my God. Like, I cannot get enough stone fruit in my body at this time. I am eating the shit out of peaches over my sink. Like, if you're not eating a peach over your sink right now, while it is just dripping, and God forbid you're wearing a long sleeve like I am right now, and it's just dripping down your forearm, like all the way down to your elbow, like in your shirt, down your chin, down your neck. Like, if you're not just like balls deep in a peach or face fucking a peach, like, you're not, stop buying bananas, oranges, and apples. Get the stone fruit in your fridge. Set it out on the counter until it ripens and then put it in the fridge. The fridge will delay the ripening process. I learned this when I was vegan. Okay. That's how you slow the ripening process down of fruit. Put it in the fridge. I am so obsessed with stone fruit right now to the point where I gave my dogs, like, I don't care. Like, I black out when I eat peaches right now. Okay. I gave my dogs, God, they're so spoiled. They had their fresh nom nom dog food. Lamb pilaf, by the way. That is their dog food, their fresh dog food this week. Or there's like chicken ones and beef ones, but the ones I've picked out are mostly lamb. Okay. They're getting lamb pilaf, a raw egg, a little dollop of plain Greek yogurt, glucosamine chews with like MSM, whatever that is. It's good for their hips, I think. And like hemp seed. Oh, frozen blueberries, little dollop of frozen blueberries. And then a half a can of plain, like in water sardines. Sometimes I add a dollop of pumpkin instead of the dollop of Greek yogurt. I looked at my golden retriever is turning 6 and my bulldog's going to turn 5. And I think it's the emotions, the hormones, the watching the dying dog videos recently. I am like, how can I optimize their health so they live until they're 100? Okay. Like, I'm just adding in toppers, little things to boost their nutrition on top of the lamb pilaf that's already amazing and good for them and is good enough. Okay. I give them like half a can of sardines today and, mama's got to eat breakfast. So I dump the juices of the sardine can down the drain of the sink. And then I put it on their food on the top of their bowls. And then, I like rinse it out and then I throw it away and I kind of hide the can in the garbage as best I can so it doesn't stink. Okay. Also I can smell like a Malinois, like what's like the best smelling, like a bloodhound, a police dog, like the dogs that sniff for the bombs and the drugs. Like, my pregnancy nose is unbelievably good at I smell everything. So, but I want a peach, right? But I'm eating this fucking peach over my sink right now because I want it right now. You guys, I'm like inhaling the smell of sardines down from the bottom of from my garbage disposal. Okay. As I'm eating this peach in a full blackout. And it's kind of like when you know when you have to like change where the pain goes when you're going through something painful? You're like, I'm going to focus on this thing instead of the pain, right? So it's like while you're getting, I imagine like if I got my leg blown off, I would probably like punch my arm really hard to change the direction of where the pain is. Do you know what I mean? So like I'm inhaling the scent of sardines, which is the worst smell you can smell. Like the worst smell you can smell. Fish? Are you kidding me? Like the scent of like sardines. And a lot of white women right now, I think it's a white woman thing. It could just be women or no, just like suburban housewives like myself. Okay. They're eating a lot of sardines this summer. They're making these like, hey, like I'm in Italy plates, but they're, you know, in the suburbs of God knows where in America. Like they're making a lot of sardine crackers with like a little sardine. Maybe they put a little like sesame oil and soy sauce in the sardine to make it like taste more appetizing. I don't know. It's like a sardine summer right now. People are getting like sardine merch. There's a lot of like little fish merch. This started last year, but it's really carried over into 2026. Summer 2026 is officially here. The bitches are eating sardines. So nothing stinks worse than a sardine, okay? And I'm like face deep in this peach, the best peach I've ever had in my life. It was organic. I don't know if that matters, but it was amazing, right? I'm like, it's so big. It was the size of my like fist. And I'm like, like focusing on the taste of the peach and not the fact that I'm smelling sardines. And it worked, honestly. I was so focused on it and it was dripping everywhere. And then I kind of went over to the garbage can, which is next to the sink. It's like the best invention ever, or interior design invention, is having a garbage that pulls out right next to your like sink and like your oven and where you prep food. So you can just like dump it right in. So we have this like little triangle system here where I have a sink, the countertop where I prep food, and the oven or the stovetop, whatever oven. We have a twofer. We have an oven and a stovetop in one. Okay. I think most people do. It's not, what do you call it? An oven? And then you have the garbage right kitty corner. So just boop, pull it out. Like chopping onions. You want to get rid of the little corners of the onion before you finish chopping it. Boop, right in the garbage. So anyways, I move over to the garbage as I'm eating this peach, thinking like, I'm going to let it keep dripping and like, I'm going to finish this off over the garbage. And then I'm like, fuck me, the sardine can is in there. So everything was fucked. And then it was also like the scent, the lavender fresh scent of the garbage bag. We get what garbage bags do we buy? Hefty? No. Does like Clorox make garbage bags? What am I thinking of? It's like the yellow box. Lysol? Who makes I have to look this up. Garbage bags. Hefty? Garbage bags. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying this fucking story time because I have nothing else to give, honestly. I've never Google images. Glad Force Flex in the Gain Febreze. Hey, let's fuck up our let's poison ourselves when we take out the trash with this scent of just cancer. A fresh it's like a fresh lavender cancer scent that you, as you're inhaling it, when you put something in the garbage, you're like, I'm breathing this in and I know I shouldn't be. Like, I know that if I had to breathe this in a room for 24 hours, I would develop a tumor. I'd just knock dead. So anyways, I ate a peach over the sink and it was the best thing ever. And it's stone fruit season. If you're not eating stone fruit right now, you need to get with it. I love fruit. I can't say enough good things about fruit. So that's what I've been eating. Okay. I do have this cheese stick. What was I going to say? Oh, speaking of inhaling things that smell like you're going to get cancer when you inhale it. And like, I'm not supposed to be doing this right now, you guys. I should be chemical free. I should be like non-toxic, crunchy mama, like no chemicals, fragrance free, no dyes, no parabens, no none of that. Okay. It's hard. It's fucking hard out here. It's 2026 and it's hard to be perfect. Okay. I am back squatting 225 pounds. I don't know what other mamas to be are doing that. And like, I feel like that's, we're building the quads in the womb right now and he's getting stacked and it's like, we're balancing it out. We've got the Febreze chemicals or the Febreze chemical infused Glad garbage bags on deck. And we're inhaling that, but we're also back squatting 225 pounds. You know what I mean? We're balancing it out. I think the one outweighs the other and I'm not concerned. Okay. Let me take a sip of this Diet Coke. This kid is going to love fucking Diet Coke. I saw Olivia Culpo. She's also with a child. She's on her second. She's like not drinking Diet Coke. She's like, this studies just terrify me. And I'm like, what fucking studies am I not reading? I'm spending too much time researching the new Duna X, the new strollers, the Bugaboos, the Uppa Babies, the fucking, what are they called? The Nunas, and not enough time researching like, am I poisoning? What things should I not eat and drink that are poisoning my child? I'm just relying on the placenta. I'm like, hey, it's a filter. It's God's filter. Okay. It's blocking the things from the child that it's not supposed to get. And this is why it's so bullshit that people eat their placenta. What the hell? That's like a garbage disposal you're ingesting. Your body gets rid of it for a reason. Like you birth your child and you birth your placenta. You're not supposed to be eating that placenta after you birth it. The body's like, I don't want this in me. So why would you put it back in? I did research that. Anyways. Okay. So it's Amazon Prime Week, like whatever. I don't care. Is it over? It was like a 2-day thing, right? I just bought a bunch of vitamins that were on sale and like, the scent thing. I got this carpet, Arm & Hammer baking soda carpet refresher that you sprinkle on your carpet before you vacuum. You leave it for 15 minutes, then you vacuum it up. I've gotten it before, but I don't remember it smelling this strong. Obviously, I can smell better than I ever have in my life. Maybe that's why I'm like, I shouldn't be in my home right now smelling this. Like this, it is so perfumey and strong. And it's just like their fresh scent. It's nothing like floral or crazy. It's just like a fresh, like, I don't know, like crisp, like ocean air. I don't know, like a simple scent. But yeah, never again. Like it's so bad. And I felt bad having the dogs, like letting the dogs sleep in the house last night. I'm like, I know, because their noses are 10 times stronger than mine. I know they're probably like pissed off about this scent. Anyways, okay. Amazon Prime Week. Oh, speaking of the dogs, life update. I'm getting hot. Do I need to text Corey to put the AC on because I don't have the app? I just got a new iPhone, by the way. I don't want to get up. I think I'm going to use the power of technology right now to get my air conditioning on without me getting off my fat ass. Okay. He might have turned it off. Can you turn on the AC? He always thinks I mess with it and I like don't touch it. I don't know. I think it has a mind of its own. Like sometimes it'll just like, I don't know. It's the lights. The lights are hot. We're in the thick of summer. I forget that like June is summer. Like end of June is summer. But it doesn't feel, to me, July is summer. June, July, August. I live in San Diego, so it's a little blurry anyways. But okay. So woo. It's a hot flasher. I don't know what this is. God, I am not looking forward to that. Like that, what a bullshit thing. Fucking hot flashes. Like we just go through it. You're like 12, you get your period. How old was I? 14? Get your period and you're just like dealing with that forever. And then you're like pregnant. You're just like, your hair's like, or no, like what's pre that era? And you're like having a douche or I don't know. You're like, fuck. You're like cleaning yourself out all the time because you're getting, I don't know. You're like dealing with like fluids in your 20s. I don't know. And then you're pregnant, and then it's like there's more fluids because that's a thing they don't tell you. And then it's like, and then you're just like getting huge. And then, nursing will be a thing, all this shit. And then it's like, perimenopause, and then hot flashes, menopause. Your body fat percentage won't go down because your body's holding on because you're going through menopause. It's just like fucked. You know what I mean? It's so fucked. Thank God for Ozempic. Like, thank God. I shit on AI a lot, which is something that I actively use every single day. And I compared tech bros to Hitler's Nazi regime last week. But like, it's honestly like the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he just turned it on. He said done. So if there's a light hum in the background, it's my air conditioning unit. And I do have a fan on for Jimmy, a low fan on for him because he jumps up on our bed and he gets hot, and I put the fan on, and then he's happy. Yeah, thank God we have, Ozempic. Okay. How am I doing in the camera? I'm wearing like glasses, and they're kind of like yellow. I don't know. I just did like brows, a lip, no mascara, no eye makeup. But I did my makeup so heavy where I know I'm going to get asked at 5:30 when he comes home. He's going to be like, where can I take you out to dinner? My love, my sweet love. Like, are you feeling like tacos tonight? Are you feeling like Italian? I just want to take my honey out to dinner. This is like a Friday night thing. It's just like, fuck yeah, living the dream. A dream is a wish your heart. But I did my makeup with the thought that I'm going to probably be in public with this makeup on in a few hours. But yeah, I don't know I'm feeling uncomfortable in my body. Like sometimes I'm just like, I just want to be naked. Like, okay, I got so uncomfortable the other day where I literally just stripped naked and laid on the floor. And I was like, on my side, because you're not supposed to lay on your stomach or your back. Okay, it's like a thing. You're not, I had a weird thing on my back where I was like, I had to Google after the weird sensation I was having. Are you supposed to lay on your back when you're pregnant? It's like, no. It's like, okay, lesson learned. I just get like, I want to rip my skin off. I get so mad about how like big I'm getting. It's like uncomfortability. Like and I have sensory issues with clothing. So that was a pre-pregnancy thing. Like I already am annoyed with clothes. Already like can't wear certain fabrics. I don't like stiff anything. Like it makes my skin crawl, but this is on another level. Especially because like I'm fighting a stomach now where the low rise is like the only way right now, but some of my high rise stuff still works. But if I wear it high rise, it goes low rise. Anyways, you guys, story time. Let's keep it moving. Life updates. So I just thought this was this is like gross, but I was mentioning the dogs earlier. What was I talking about? The fan for Jimmy, and fucking Louis, our little English bulldog, gets chin acne. Like he'll get a little like pimple on the bottom of his chin. And as you know, we co-sleep with our bulldog. We've been doing this for like 6 months. He sleeps through the night. He doesn't disturb us. It's the only way that we guarantee, or we can, pretty much guarantee that we won't wake up to a shit and a piss on the carpet. So, it keeps that in check. And that's kind of why we put up with him sleeping with us all night. Not that we don't love it. It's just, I put 2 and 2 together. I go, okay, when he sleeps with us, there's never shit on the carpet. And by the way, he's almost 5. And by the way, show me a bulldog that is almost 5 that doesn't continue to shit all over the house whenever he wants, does whatever he wants. I have never met a disciplined bulldog. Like I want to see it. Like I want to see a Malinois police dog level, like will do whatever you say in this, the second you say it. I want to see an English bulldog that does that. I should probably look that up and research it, because I'm telling you, they are the most stubborn breed. Obviously, they're notorious for that. But it's like, so he sleeps with us. Anyways, he gets pimples on his chin. And the other night, you know, blood is not a good sign right now. Blood on the sheets for me, that's a red flag. Like that's a code red. We were like, oh, why is Jacqueline bleeding? That's not good. Okay. Blood is not good right now. No. Okay. He fucking, oh my God. I just remember waking up to this being like, what the fuck is our life? So we wake up to blood on the sheets, and he goes low in the, like he burrows, right? And it was kind of in the area of the sheets. And we have these white Boll and Branch, like crisp white sheets. I'm like a white sheet person. I love crisp white sheets. Anyways, it was in the location of where, you know, if I was to bleed out, the blood would be, right? Like that's where the blood stain was. And it's because he sleeps like down low towards our legs, and he likes to be warm, and he burrows. And I'm like, what the fuck is this blood? Like, I'm like, am I good? I realize I'm good. Like, obviously I'm good. And, his fucking pimple, he smashed his head so hard while he was sleeping into the sheets that he popped his own pimple, and it gushed blood everywhere. Because we woke up and his chin was all bloody. And we're like, it's not like he was scratching it and like caused that to happen. We probably would have realized that because Corey wakes up at anything. Like he's immediately awake. I could sleep through, I have a story time. I could sleep through anything. Like I don't wake up. It's bad. Yeah, the other day we hung up this like 500-pound mirror. I have no idea how much it weighs. And we went through the drywall, like a bunch of amateurs, and we were just so excited to hang this mirror. We finally found a mirror for our living room that we love. And we were like, oh yeah, we'll do these like drywall anchor things first. And we'll just, you know, that motherfucker crashed down within an hour. Okay. And this was like a Saturday. And of course I took a nap on a Saturday afternoon, right? Like, you know, we got this mirror, we hung it up, and I'm like, time for a nap. And it is a heavy ass mirror. It's huge. And I did my 20-minute power nap, and I woke up I didn't wake up to the sound of this crashing down and the dogs barking. I didn't know that happened. Okay. By the way, this was a 20-minute power nap. This wasn't like a 2-hour comatose, like I'm knocked out type of nap. And I get up and I'm like, hi, honey. And he's like vacuuming debris, like drywall that came out. And he's like, honey, can you get the, what do you call it? The, what's it called? The magic eraser. And like, can you work on these little spots on the wall? And the mirror fell. Okay. He's like, yeah, the mirror crashed down, like boom, boom, like boom. And then the dogs were barking and you slept through it. And I'm like, yeah, I am the fucking grandma in, Christmas Vacation when they all come over to Clark's house, or Clark and what's his wife's name in that movie? They come over for Christmas. The in-laws come over, and there's the old grandpa man with the toupee and the wife who sings the national anthem when they ask her to say a prayer. You're probably familiar with this scene, but the scene that I'm referring to this is how I identify as someone as a sleeper. Okay. The old woman and the old man, the grandparents, I'm guessing I don't know. They walk, was it like Aunt Bethany? It was Aunt Bethany. I'm Aunt Bethany. Okay. So they walk through the front door to greet everyone, and they're saying hello. They're coming over for Christmas. And Aunt Bethany is just in outer space. She has no idea that Clark's like, hi, Aunt Bethany. Great to see you. The husband of hers is like, she couldn't hear a dump truck drive through a nitroglycerin plant or whatever. And that visual of like an explosion and her not hearing, that's me. Okay. Like I sleep through anything. You know, this is God, when my husband travels for he doesn't really travel for work, but like goes away on the weekend and he's not here and you want to rob me, great time to rob me if you know my husband's on vacation because I'm not hearing shit. It's a safety concern I have with myself, and I'm not. You guys, how the fuck am I going to get through the night feeds and like waking up when I hear a baby cry? I think that instinctually just kicks in. I'm not, you guys, I'm being funny, but like that does cross my mind. It does cross my mind. I sleep so hard, and that was a power nap. Okay, so yeah, his chin acne, bled all over the sheets. Life update. Okay, we have 2 other updates, and then we'll get into the CBS article. So, and we haven't talked about them in like weeks. You guys, neighbor update. Okay. This is what's going on in the neighborhood. If you're new here, I'm a semi-new homeowner. We've been here for almost 2.5 years. Corey and and we have a lovely neighborhood. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know this existed until we toured this house, but I'm like, this is the best neighborhood in San Diego, period. And like, I love our neighborhood. It's like out of a fucking movie. Sometimes I'm like, this is like, I know I deserve this. And like, this is like I deserve like a safe, beautiful neighborhood that has like cool people in it and like fun couples and cute families, like at the park. Like, I don't know, like it's like, I know this is, but sometimes I'm like, it's almost too nice. Like that's the type of neighborhood I live in. Okay. Hashtag bless, hashtag like love, thank you God, like whatever, gratitude, shout out to the Lord. But yeah, this neighborhood's very pinch me. Like we really got lucky. Like not a lot of homes go up for sale around here, and we got really lucky. So anyway, so that being said, I've made our number one enemy on the show. I declared earlier this year. Can't believe we're halfway through the year. I made public enemy. The number one enemy of the show. Like if you're listening to the show and you're like, who do we hate? And we have to pick one person or entity or thing to hate. And by the way, I have a things we love list and a things we hate list. I should refer back to it, and I should update you guys on things I've added because I'm constantly adding things. The number one people we hate are people that don't take care of and landscape and mow their front lawns, and they just let it get waist deep. Okay. They not only, okay. So my neighbors remodeled their house did a full, what do you call it? Ground up. There's like terms in the development world. It's like a ground up project. They tore their whole house down. They rebuilt it. Then they left like one wall up because if you do that, there's like that's like a loophole where you don't have to do like a certain, I don't know, is that like a coding thing? What do you call it? Like, I don't know. Is that like for taxes? I don't fucking know. What's that called? Anyways, full like tear down, rebuild, beautiful home, brand new, everything. And then they move in like 8 months ago, and then they're just like, we're done. Like, the whole front yard is like a construction zone. Like weeds are just growing over the dirt where the construction workers were like putting down, 2x4s and like drywall shit. I don't know, like all the materials they were using their front lawn to like put stuff on. So they just moved in and just said, okay, we're done. It's like wipe our hands. We're done. And it's a fucking nightmare because it's just not the vibe in this neighborhood. Right. And so update on there's like a new update. Okay. And if I could describe these people, it's like, yes, they're nice. Like, of course they're nice people. Like I have nothing negative to say about them besides the lawn thing. And we'll get to the other thing that's a new identification. Another bet Corey and I get to that we've made about something regarding their home. So yeah, just like nice people, very like, I think they work from home. They're kind of like bunker people. Like, you don't really ever see them come out and do anything outside. Like, they're just kind of like in the bunker, and then they go to the car, and I think they like drop their kid off at school every morning. Sometimes I see the dad do that, and then they come back inside. But like, very homely. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, very fucking homely. I think they're school teachers. I don't know. I don't want to like say too much. I don't know how thick our walls are right now, but like, I'm pretty sure they can like hear me. Like, I do know how thick our walls are. We're pretty. What am I saying? They can't hear me. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I would say this to their face. And by the way, they've apologized about their lawn. So they know it's a problem. The latest update. Okay. So by the way, they ended up mowing it or like weed whacking it. I did an update on that like a month or so ago, but they left a weed that was by their front window that happened to have flowers on it. So they left that one weed to be a decor piece in their front yard. So like, weed whacked the weeds. They didn't plant seed. They didn't put sod down. None of that. It just weed whacked the weeds and then left the one pretty weed to decorate the front, the fucking window area with, okay, that has like orange little weed flowers growing out of it. It's not a beautiful plant. It's not a sculptural beautiful. It sucks, okay? And it's a fucking weed, okay? Clearly it's a weed. They kept it. It's still there growing. It's not flowering anymore. Now it's just a green, shitty looking weed. Okay, the latest thing, and now I want to check in on the mental health, okay? I want to be considerate of that because now what's going on is, and it's funny I'm going to say this because when I grew up, it was very common. Yeah, this is how you know you've become you're bougie. Like, this is how you know you've become a bougie bitch, okay? This is how you know you are a snooty suburban bitch who is better than their neighbors and is above this shit, okay? This is how you know, because this is not how you grew up. This is not how you grew up. When I grew up out in farmland, I would never bat an eye at seeing cow shit stuck to the side of a work truck at my neighbor's house. Like, I would never even flinch at that, okay? That wouldn't even cross. That was just, that's just what it was. There's just cow shit stuck to everything when you live next to dairy farms, okay? Yeah, cars driving by with manure was a common occurrence when I grew up around the farmland next to dairy farms. Okay. So now I live in the suburbs of America. I'm in a nice neighborhood in Southern California. Okay. That was up in Washington, in the Northwest, a beautiful town called Mount Vernon, Washington. It's where I'm from, if you didn't know. Now I live in Southern California. I live in San Diego in a beautiful neighborhood. The vibes are just different here. Okay. I don't know where the nearest cow shit infused truck would even be. I feel like that's 200 miles away from where I am right now. Okay. So now I have these neighbors that not only don't landscape or mow or take care of their front lawn, they're not washing their fucking cars. They're not washing their fucking cars. Sorry. And what I mean is they're not, and now this has been months. I've put it at 2 months. So it's May and June. I saw it in May. Now I'm seeing it in June, and it's getting worse. Okay. It's getting worse. They're not washing their cars, which means that the bird shit is just stacking up. And when we pull in, I can see their car from where we pull in. I clock the bird shit on the side of the car. And I'm just like, okay, they don't mow their lawn. They don't clean their cars. If there is bird shit on my car, I'm out there with a rag. The second I notice it, I'm getting a hot dish rag, a hot soapy dish rag, and I'm going over to the fucking car and I'm wiping it off. Because I take pride in what I own, okay? I have standards and I'm not a lazy piece of shit. Okay. So when I see the fucking bird shit accumulate for 2 months, at this point it's fun because I'm like, Corey, how much do you want to bet? Or like we say like how much longer, like we have a bet going on right now. Like when do you think they're going to actually landscape their front lawn? And I already said like, I have no hope. I've lost hope. It's been 8 months, right? It's been 8 months. I have no hope. But I said, I said maybe by December this year, like end of the year, maybe, but I'm not expecting it. And I think he agrees with me. But the bird shit, I'm like, okay, it's been 2 months. They haven't gotten their car washed. And I'm telling you, there is like 14 splats of bird shit on the side of their car. It's on like the windshield. Like sometimes it's on the windshield and they're like using their wipers to like get it off. It's like, go through the car wash. We have these amazing car washes in San Diego where you can just like drive in, you pay like a monthly thing, and then it's like cheap. It's like $20 a month. I don't know. And you just you can just sit in your fucking car. You don't have to get out of the car and wash it yourself. You can just go through the fucking merry-go-round and get your car washed. It's great. And they hand you a little air freshener. And they have free vacuuming usually. If you want to actually, do the labor yourself and get your, hands dirty a little bit, like you can go in there and vacuum your car after. Because I'm not expecting them to be the type of people where they would get out and like wipe their car down with those microfibers after the wash, which is what most people with standards in like class do. Okay. I'm assuming they'd go through the merry-go-round and drive right out with the water dripping off their car. Okay. So like that's a service that is, we have that here. But now it's like the cars, it's been 2 months. I'm literally like, okay, I don't think they're going to get this shit washed until I'm maybe thinking like, okay, August feels like that. I feel like that would make sense. Like, okay, it's been 4 months. Like, let's get our car washed. It's so bad. The amount of bird shit on this car, you guys, I'm concerned about their mental health because usually when people like let shit go and they're not taking care of their home and their things, and it's like, yeah, it's sad. I mean, I'm being kind of a dick about it, but like, I just can't. My what do you call it? My above my ears hurts from where my sunglasses. I have the intersection of sunglasses for no reason indoors while I'm podcasting, of course. No, there is a reason because I said earlier, it's a looks max behavior or it's a looks max, choice for podcasting, because if you wear sunglasses on your podcast, like it's just, you look like you know what you're talking about. Okay. And it's more fun. And I've always enjoyed wearing them when I podcast. Anyways, I have the intersection of of sunglasses, a baseball hat, and my headphones crunching the side of my skull right now. They're all intersecting together and it is not, woo. We're going to talk about rubbing our temples in a bit. Actually, it's coming up pretty soon here after the CBS article. Okay, so speaking of not being very nice when I talk about my neighbors, I guess this will be like the deep part of the episode. Like we'll do, what time is it? Fuck. I can get through this. I can. It's 3 p.m. I've been here for an hour. I can do this. It's just that okay. I know it's Friday and he likes to come home early sometimes and I don't want to be like, I'm podcasting and it's a 3-hour podcast. He's like, he actually needs to go pick up a doorknob and, what was the other thing? Like a light or something from Home Depot after work. So he's busy. He won't come home early. But I'm like, do I want to go down this deep tangent right now? It's not even deep. It's just like an experience I had where I'm like, am I a piece of shit? Like, do I need to work on myself? Because I actually saw this Cam Newton quote or it wasn't a quote. It was he was like doing this monologue about, it's not how you say it, or it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I was like, wait a minute. This reminds me of a conversation I just had where I was like, do I just have a cunty tone? And it makes people think I'm like being I find, okay, So this is what happened. We're having a lovely time. My mom, sister, and I, and my husband, they came to visit me. It was like the greatest trip, like literally like no issues, like perfect trip. We had like one hiccup, but like, I'll let that pass. I'm learning to like pick and choose my battles. Like, what do I want to address and like make a thing? And I think I'm learning to just like let the storm pass, right? And just live and let live and choose peace. Okay. So it was a great trip, right? But I found that like we're having like a fun talk on the couch about like life and just stuff, right? And I brought up, or someone brought up kids, the birth rate. I don't really know what it was, but I'm just like giving my 2 cents, right? It's my turn to give my thoughts on it. And you know, the things were thrown around. Things like your generation is selfish got thrown around. Like, I'm not bagging on my mom, by the way. These are all true things I agree with. Like, I do agree with these things. Like, you know, we're a selfish, me generation. We're so obsessed with like feeling good, convenience, our mental health. We don't want to rock the boat and do anything hard. We want everything to be like this easy ride because we prioritize ourselves above all else. And it's this selfish generation where it's like, look at me, look at my social media, look at my perfect little life. And a baby having a child would shake that shit up and derail your life, and it'd be like the worst thing ever. So it's like a very, like, that is true. Like, some people are just very selfish that way. And you know, I'm a very live and let live person in general. Like, I'm not going to judge you for, like, not everyone is supposed to have kids. And we're going to find that out later when we watch the woman with 6 kids who's got 6 different baby daddies to talk about as she's cleaning her home. Fucking make a TikTok thing. It's fucking crazy. Okay. So there's that. And then there's also like, you know, in other countries, we're all chiming in, right? In other countries, like, they don't have a pot to piss in and they're having 6 kids and they have smiles on their faces every day and they're the happiest people ever. And it's like, yeah, that's also true. But I was bringing the Wall Street Journal article I read and the fucking free press opinion piece I've read about the birth rate declining. And I'm just going with like cost of living. It's so expensive. People, I'm like, newlyweds, like, can't even, like, the American dream is the standard, get married, buy a house, have a couple of kids dream. Is just it's harder and harder. And I just read this other article because I'm just such a bookworm, you know, about, you know, if your parents made $100,000 in the 90s as a salary, that's the equivalent of like $300,000 in 2026. And so for you to live the same lifestyle, that's how much you would have to make today to afford what they could afford in the 90s. So that these are just like facts, data, information, right? Like, so I'm coming with, you know, the cost of living is clearly crazy. People can barely afford their rent. So they can't even afford, they can't even think about buying a home because everything's so expensive. And I brought up like that take on the declining birth rate. We're going to read another article. The CBS article is actually about the declining birth rate. So this is all kind of a package deal right now. We're like coming out of the life updates right now. We're getting into the meat and potatoes of the episode. This is the part where I'm going to kind of like pop off. I think I'm like feeling like ready to yell. But anyway, so I'm coming with like things I've read. I'm like saying, you know, bringing up costs. And again, it's like, yeah. And I'm also acknowledging like, yeah, even in places where they can't afford much of anything, they're having kids and they're making it work. And, you know, and for all of time, like, you know, in the early 1900s, it was just like, you know, the Depression era, like post-war times, like when things were not great, like people were still having babies and they figured it out and they weren't like, oh, we can't afford it, you know? And I think now our generation, I'm acknowledging. So the thing I do, which is like, I like it when other people do this in conversation or not disagreements or debates, but yeah, you're just having an open discussion, is I like to acknowledge the things I agree with. So they're not like, oh, so what I just said, you don't, because when I bring up a thought, I don't want them to think that I don't agree with anything they just said. So I always acknowledge what I agree with. And I even bring up more examples that back up what they just said. So I'm like, so anyway, so I find myself like covering bases, doing all that, and then bringing up my opinion. But then I feel like because of my tone of voice, people just get defensive and they're just like, oh, she's coming at us and she's attacking and she's like not. And then they just want to like clamp back. And I'm just like, am I crazy? Like, I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, wait a minute. They're saying their opinion. I say mine. I acknowledge their opinion. I agree with their opinion. I'm not saying I don't agree with your opinion. I'm saying yes and. Can we all just learn to fucking yes and each other in discussions? Like, it's not that we can't. Here's what it is. I feel like maybe, and I'm acknowledging it might be my tone of voice and my delivery, which I could work on. I think that is something that is inhibiting people from absorbing my message and my like my point of view. Like the cadence, the rhythm, the tone of voice is like stopping that in its tracks, and the message will never be received just purely because of the way I talk, right? So, but sometimes I'm like, okay, this is like the deep part. I just feel like sometimes it's the whole like not committed to misunderstanding thing. I'm not going to go like psycho and say that right now, but it's like, I just sometimes feel like people don't ever want me to be right. Or if I say something and I'm like factual or backed with something like that I come with data, or I come with like more information besides just my little stupid opinion, it's like, fuck her. Like, no, she can't. Like, they just can't agree with me about anything. It's like not nuanced. It has to be like just their way. And then anything I say is just completely, I find that when I bring up my opinions a lot with certain people, I'm just gonna say family members, fuck it. You guys are close friends. You're like listening to my podcast. It's like, it can't be embraced. It has to just immediately be like, no, like that's crazy. Like, I always just feel crazy. Meanwhile, I'm the one doing the research, reading about this shit for my podcast all the time, coming to the internet with articles that I'm sharing, learning live on the podcast about, like, because I want to educate myself. I want to understand this stuff better. And I find that sometimes I'm talking to people that just go off of vibes. Like, your generation's selfish, and period, the end. Like, that's why no one's having kids. It's like, there's obviously more to the story. Can't we fucking use our brains right now? Like, I'm being serious. Like, I feel crazy sometimes. I'm like, how am I? So then I just shut up and I'm just like, okay, it's not. Sometimes I'm like, it's not even worth it. But I will acknowledge my tone. I feel like I get why they do that. It's because of my tone. Because it sounds like I'm debating them. But I'm like not. Does anyone else struggle with this? Like, you're like, I mean well. I'm not here to like fight, debate. I just want to like reach across and connect this conversation, like keep it going and like add to it. And it's all good. It's not this thing. Like, I'm not attached to my opinions. They change every day. I'm just bringing up my thoughts on it. Like, it doesn't need to be this, like, there's fundamentally something wrong with you. You're flawed. Like, I like Dean Withers when he debates people, because he just ramrods them where they can't even fucking get a word in. And he just like, I know. Like, I need to get on that level so that I just don't even let anyone else talk and I just say what it is. And then I'm like, and because as he talks and debates people, he just completely backs it up with facts and research as he's saying what he's saying. Like, you have no room to even debate him, because there is no debate. He's just fact. Anyways. Okay. So I got a new iPhone. Why did I write that down before the CBS article? Oh, here we go. This is the CBS article we've all been waiting for. Do I need this piece of cheese now before I read this? I feel like I need a bite of this cheese. So, intermission. Okay, so America's birth rate has plunged. Are smartphones to blame? This is a new CBS article that came out this month. I'm going to read it and then weigh in, okay? Strap on your seatbelt. A decades-long decline in the U.S. fertility rate has confounded policymakers and economists alike, with experts pointing to possible causes ranging from the economic fallout of the Great Recession to changing public attitudes about parenthood. Now, one economist is pointing to another factor, the iPhone. A new research paper by Middlebury College economist Caitlin Myers found that Apple's 2007 introduction of the iPhone accounted for 33% to 52% of the decline in the fertility rate. The reasons are rooted in the enormous social impact of putting a powerful new device in people's pockets that not only tether them to the internet, but also rewired how we relate to each other, or whether we choose to relate at all. Specifically, Myers posits, I've never seen this word. Myers posits that many people have turned to their phones as a substitute for in-person interactions, that technology makes it easier to view pornography and find information on contraception, factors that have weighed on birth rates, according to the paper. This is all kind of cliche at this point. Obviously, phones, your attention is on your phone. It's not on finding love, okay? Like it's changing how we interact with each other. What we are seeing is that the places that have the iPhone have big fertility changes relative to the other places, Myers told CBS News. The findings rely on a natural experiment created by the iPhone's exclusive distribution through AT&T from its rollout in 2007 through 2011. That allowed Myers to compare birth rates in U.S. counties with widespread AT&T coverage and therefore access to iPhones, with those in regions with minimal access to the carrier's service. Myers told CBS News she wanted to check whether the results might reflect that AT&T's coverage areas, which were focused in urban areas, were harder hit by the 2008 financial crisis. To do that, she ran several statistics checks controlling for economic and demographic factors and found that the iPhone effect remained consistent. I said, wow, but this has to be too big, she recalled. I was like, let me try everything I can to explain away what I'm seeing in the data. And I just couldn't. She added, I'm not surprised that there is an effect. I'm surprised that it stands out so clearly. Not the only factor. The declining U.S. birth rate could also be due to several other factors. Experts trying to explain the trend often cite financial issues such as the high cost of childcare and the fact that more women are delaying having children or opting to not start a family. Meanwhile, population growth has been slowing worldwide for decades in both rich and poor countries, not only in the U.S., according to economists. Myers readily acknowledged that her research suggests that the iPhone only partially explains the drop. We're not saying it's all the iPhone. What we're saying is that it's a really important factor to consider. Over this short period of time, it could explain about a third to half of the decline. Now that leaves about half to 2/3 unexplained. The Trump administration has encouraged Americans to have more children and floated ideas such as a baby bonus for new parents. It also has introduced a new tax-deferred investment vehicle for U.S. children, offering federal government contributions of up to $1,000 to eligible kids. Other countries have also introduced financial incentives to convince people to have more children, yet those efforts have largely failed to move the needle. Even countries that offer generous parental programs like Norway have seen birth rates continue to decline over the past 2 decades. A slow-moving crisis. Myers thinks the drop in birth rates is unlikely to be reversed solely through economic policy such as tax incentives. And efforts to convince people to spend less time on their phones and more time making social connections in real life have mostly failed to gain traction through more states and are implementing cell phone restrictions for school-aged children. The possible link between how Americans use technology and birth rates has broader economic ramifications. On Tuesday, the Social Security Administration said the federal program is at risk of exhausting its trust fund as soon as 2032. Several factors, including the declining birth rate, are contributing to the approaching funding shortfall, according to the agency. It's a real concern for economic growth to have a population with fertility below replacement levels, Myers said. We have a system set up where current workers support older retirees. And if we have fewer and fewer current workers, that becomes more and more difficult. Okay, this is my theory about the declining birth rate after reading this CBS article that says that the birth rate decline is directly related to the iPhone and the rollout of the iPhone in 2007. My solution, I have a theory and a solution. It's a package deal here, is that, and I'm speaking to the ladies, this is a girly podcast. If you're a man listening, this is a vice versa situation. You could apply this to yourself as a man. I think, and in general, we could heal the world by practicing this. I think, ladies, you need to touch your man more than you touch your phone. It is asinine that your phone has more fingerprints on it than his dick. Like, really think about that. You're in a relationship with a man and your iPhone is getting 1,800 little taps a day all over it. Okay. And your man's getting a, hey, can you pass me my Stanley Cup? Can you refill my Stanley Cup? He's not even getting eye contact, by the way, when you're saying this. You're saying it while you're looking at your phone. Can you get my Stanley Cup? Touch his dick more than, like, touch your man more than you touch your phone. Like, I'm so passionate about this. If the FBI needed your fingerprints, they shouldn't have to subpoena your iPhone. Okay? They should subpoena that. I mean, the way this would make my day if I watched this on a court TV live stream or whatever, it would go something like this. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to enter Exhibit A into evidence. And then they point to the man. That man's dick. Ladies, you know every square inch of your iPhone, okay? Do you know, and have you ever explored every square inch of your man's body? Ask yourself that question right now. Okay, I'm scooting in. Have you ever cradled him in your hand? Turn him sideways. Swiped up on his nips. I don't know. Have you ever bent him over, cracked him wide open, and tried to locate his fucking USB-C port? I bet he would love that. I bet he would love that. Touch your man more than you touch your phone. You know, everyone's looking for the solution to the declining birth rate. Okay, you've got tax credits, affordable childcare, a 4-day work week, free IVF, free Ozempic, free veneers. What else? Testosterone in the drinking water, fucking government-sponsored dating coaches or programs. No, none of that. No. And it's like, why overcomplicate it? Why do we need all of these things? We don't. It's very simple. Ladies, just touch your man more than you touch your phone. Okay? And again, men listening, you can do the vice versa thing where it could apply to you. Touch your woman more than touch your phone. Like, this is not only good for the birth rate, it might contribute to more fornication, which would obviously produce more offspring for the world and improve the birth rate. Okay, like, you know, obviously we can put two and two together here, but in general, like, this would improve relationships, marriages, families, everything. Okay, now you might be listening right now as a woman. You're like, I'm single. I don't have a man to touch. Okay, touch yourself. In that case, touch yourself more than you touch your phone. Touch yourself more than you touch your phone. Okay? We'll just switch up the wording here. Rub your temples. Okay? Give yourself a nice foot massage while you're watching Love Island. Okay? Get in there with your foot creams. Okay? Do those Russian myofascia release exercises on your face. And by the way, I'm just adding this, by the way, if you do that, you're going to look better and you're probably going to attract a mate, and boom, birth rate increase. Boom, you look better. Boom, your jowls are gone. Boom, your nasolabial folds are gone. Boom, boom, you don't have any tech necklines anymore. Boom, you look more attractive. Boom, that's going to attract a mate easier or whatever. Boom, you guys are making babies. Boom, you guys are reversing the declining birth rate. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, now my wheels are spinning. This is how we solve obesity without the shot. Touching your man more than you touch your phone is how we solve obesity without people needing to take Ozempic. Hear me out. Walk with me. Okay. This is the practical application of how to touch your man more than you touch your phone. When I say touch your man more than you touch your phone, you're going to go over to your iPhone settings. You're going to check that screen time. And on day one, it's going to say 8 hours. Okay. It's going to say 8 hours. Your average screen time is 8 hours, okay? You're going to look at your husband when he comes home from work. You're going to look at your boyfriend when he comes home from school, or you're going to look at your girlfriend, whatever, your wife, and you're going to go, hey, honey, my screen time is 8 hours. Do you have methamphetamine? Because we're going to be up all night. And he's going to say no because you guys don't do meth, obviously, and it's going to be hell, okay? So to start, you're going to have to put that phone away. Okay. And then you're just going to have to get in there, wrap your arms around him as he's walking to take his post commute piss after he gets home from work. You're going to be standing outside the door. Maybe you're sitting on his lap or no, is he taking a shit? You're going to be, this is getting way too long-winded. You're going to just be on him like a monkey on its mama's back. Like, you're going to be touching your man, obviously more than your phone, because you have 8 hours. You have 8 hours to make up for. 8 hours of screen time. Okay. And now if this is at 6 p.m., it's going to be, get an early start. Do this when he comes home from work. Don't wait till you go to bed, because otherwise you're not sleeping. Okay. This is going to trail into when you go to bed. But, I'll give you this. You can just get in bed and spoon. Just connect, spoon all night. So no doom scrolling next to each other, obviously, while you're laying in bed. It'll just be like a nice embrace, a nice spooning sesh, maybe a little bang sesh, whatever you're into. I did say touch his dick more than, what did I say? Put more fingerprints on his dick. You did that. Then you put on your phone in those 8 hours. That's going to take a long time. You get the point. So then over time, you're going to be on your phone less. Your screen time average is going to go down. It's going to get down to 6 hours. It's going to get down to 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour. And then you're finding that you're actually looking at your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, in the eyes. Your relationship is stronger than ever. And everything is good. And you're not an addict. This is also how you, oh my God, not only is this how you solve the declining birth rate and heal the world, this is how you cure phone addiction and obesity. Because if you're up all night each other's brains out because you need to touch your man or woman more than you touch your phone, and that is the new plan for your life, that you heard here first, right? I'm the one leading this. I am the one leading this cause. You're going to get real skinny, okay? And you're not going to need the shot. And this is how the world heals. So on that note, I got a new iPhone, the new orange iPhone, and it's lit. And I'm definitely touching it more than I touch my man. Okay, so speaking of the declining birth rate, let's move on. These are the stupid videos that I had queued up to watch today. Okay. These are people that are committed to solving the birth rate at all costs, no matter what the situation is. They're in it to win it, in it to reproduce. No matter the situation, they are making the babies. Okay, here we go.
Can someone tell me where all my kids' fathers are at? That is one comment I see over and over and over again underneath my post. Where are the kids' fathers? How many baby daddies do you have? What do they do for a living? Are they involved in the kids' life? So I think it's time I share with y'all where all my kids' fathers are at. Each and every one of my kids have different daddies. I have 3 baby daddies in prison serving a life sentence. Then the other 2 don't even know about their kids. And that's because I didn't know who the baby daddy was, so I just decided not to tell anyone. Because I didn't want to tell the wrong person that they got a baby on the way, and that's not even their baby. And finally, my 6th baby daddy, the one I'm currently pregnant with, he has 5 kids of his own. He's married, and we live hours away from each other. We have to keep our relationship on the down low because he is married. But you know what I find so strange for having 6 baby daddies? All of my kids resemble each other, and they all look alike. You would think giving my kids each their own dad, they would come out looking different than each other. But all 6 of my kids look like they got the same daddy, so I don't know how that happened. But anyways, if y'all stayed this long, let me go ahead and introduce myself, because I know a lot of y'all are judging me by the start of this video. My name is Kirsten. I am 27 years old with 5 kids, and I'm 9 months pregnant. I have an 8, a 7, a 3, a 2-year-old, an 11-month-old, and at this point, I might as well just say I'm 10 months pregnant. My due date was May 12th, so we are currently 1 day overdue. I work full-time as a dental assistant, which a lot of y'all don't believe because I am on food stamps. Y'all act like people that have jobs don't receive food stamps. You can still qualify for food stamps and have a job. But anyways, the comments I see under my post, sometimes I just have to play along with it because I can say what it is in the video or in the caption, and it still goes over people's heads. I can tell y'all that all my kids are by one person and have them in the video, and y'all still asking where the daddy's at. I can post a video of me at work, and some of y'all will still say, no, I don't believe that you
This gives me hope. This woman gives me hope. It's just beautiful. What's her name? Kirsten? Let me mute it so it doesn't play. Hold on. Her name is Kirsten's _chaos 5 on Instagram. I bet she has TikTok too. Oh my God. Okay, here's another one. This is our palette cleanser. As a reminder, this is the palette cleanser segment. This is like a little different vibe, but I love this. This is so great. And then we'll wait. We'll watch this first.
After having 4 kids by 4 different niggas, I can honestly say I'm finally in a place where I can just be. I got tired of living in anger from being portrayed by the niggas I thought I loved. I decided to love myself. And baby, when I tell you, this love is unmatched. And this the type of love that have you thinking, damn, do I even want a nigga? Shit. I just hit 942 days without having sex with any nigga, okay? And that's my biggest flex. This Riri ain't sensei, but you know me because I'm constantly evolving.
Period. 4 babies. She's doing it. But see, she's also throwing in the towel. It's been 942 days since she's had sex. So she's like, no more babies. What's her name? We can't have this. This is not okay. Madison? No, it's constantly evolving 55. Does she put her first name on there? No. I don't know about, okay, I take back what I mean, she did have 4 kids. Guys. Good for her. Her whole page, I did a little browse. She's doing her healing. She's on her healing journey from she's distancing herself from the male population. She's had her 4 kids with 4 different men, and now she's healing, and we also have to celebrate that. Can't ask for much more. We also need healed people. So however you want to heal, okay? Touching men, touching your man more than you touch your phone. Not touching men, but you've had 4 babies, so you need to that's all good. It all balances itself out. But here's a woman just getting started. Okay, I love her, and I think we should check back in on her to see her progress here.
Hi, my name is Jenny Nichols, and I'm a non-virgin. And I'm looking for the right man, and hopefully one of those things ends today.
She's looking for a man. So she's just getting started on that birth rate. On that birth rate. Reversal. What am I saying? She's just looking for a man. She hopes she figures that out today. Jenny. Okay, Jenny. Oh my God. And then she has a fucking OnlyFans. She goes, yeah, okay, wait. This is her bio. Jenny Nickel. Trying this whole IG thing. Centerville, Iowa. Yeah, I got one in my highlights. You click her highlights and it's her link to her OnlyFans or whatever whore page she's on. Not calling her a whore. I'm not slut shaming. I'm pro this. I'm pro whatever it takes to solve the birth rate. Okay. I don't care if she's just getting started. And, you know, she's I don't know. How old would I put her? Upper 30s? She's still got, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. Let's see what other videos she posts here. I haven't watched any of these. I'm just clicking the next one.
I need a man that thinks he knows how to handle me. I need a man.
That's the video. What's this one?
I've always been a naughty girl, and I love being very naughty.
This is how we solve the declining birth rate. Put yourself out there. Say you're looking for dick. Say you're a naughty girl and you want to get bent over and you want to get hard. Okay? More of this. I'm pro. Like my motto, and I haven't brought it up in a while. It's a 3-word motto here on the show, and it's be a whore. Okay? Lean in, be a whore. It's good for everything. It's good for the world. It's good for the population. It's good for you. It's good for everyone. Be a whore. Okay. Speaking of being a whore, I'm not saying this is the thing. It's not an attack on Alex Cooper. I'm not coming for Alex Cooper. I'm not calling her a whore. I'm not saying speaking of whores. What I'm saying is that she was Alex Cooper was interviewed by the Wall Street Journal about the current state of affairs with her unwell company and yada, yada, yada. And they asked her about the smear campaign, Vanity Fair article written up about her company, and basically saying that her husband is a piece of shit, okay? And he yells at people, makes them cry, and he asks inappropriate questions to the female employees, and it makes them uncomfortable. And I always say, because I've worked for startups that were ran by men that were sleazeballs, okay? And if anyone is saying it, it's true. Like if it's even brought up, it should. So my whole take is it should never even be brought up. It should never even exist. There is, like, for example, if Corey ran a company, my husband ran a company, my company or our company, like that would never happen. Like no woman would ever be like, he asked me, no female employee would ever be like, yeah, he asked me who I had sex with this weekend. My husband would never fucking ask his female employee that question. So like the fact that a lot of people are like, oh, it's exaggerated and it's, you know, people talk and say things because they're trying to tear her down or whatever. I don't know. Some people obviously want to see her fail, past employees, who knows. My whole take is that it should never even exist and be a thing. But back to this lady, this woman, what's her name? Jenny Nickel, looking for a man, looking for love. Okay. Alex Cooper's interviewed by the Wall Street Journal, and she goes, you know, as a woman, she always has to preface that as a woman, it's like, okay, we know you're a woman and it's hard for women out here in business. That's her whole spiel every single time. That's her whole shtick. Whenever she gets a microphone in her hand and is interviewed by anyone on a stage, it's like there's always, she's on the defense and she's like, I am a woman and it is hard out here for us and we are not treated the same as a man. And she always has to like preface that and mention it. She can't help herself. Okay. It's a protection thing. And she goes, you know, as a woman, and by the way, I'm saying this because it's a pregnant on pregnant thing. Okay. She's pregnant. I'm pregnant. It's not like, oh, pregnant women are off limits. It's like, no, if you're also pregnant, you can come out another pregnant woman. I'm not even coming at her. I'm just like, it was diabolical what she said. She goes, you know, as a woman, you can't be both. You can't have fun in your 20s and also be a mom. I think that is exactly how she said it. She goes, you can't have fun in your 20s and also be a mom. But men can get it out of their system. Men are allowed to do that. But as a woman, you can't do both. You can't be both. You have to pick one. Are you having fun, aka fucking whoever you on and living your independent free bird lifestyle, or or are you just a mom settling down with like the first love of your, I don't know, the first, whatever, you're just like not staying single and you settle down, whatever. And what's confusing is it's like, hey, I don't know if you've looked around. That's the norm, dude. Like most girls, most like women, I'd say the norm is that most women, yeah, they like quote unquote get it out of their system, party in their 20s, date men and go to the buffet in their 20s and explore and all of that good stuff, and then settle down like in their 30s. That's the typical pathway, or like the most, I mean, it's changing now, but it's very normal to do both. And it's, no one is saying you can't have fun in your 20s and date whoever you want and have sex with whoever you want and also be a mom. Like you can do both. Obviously not at the same time. Like at a certain point, you settle down and you become a mom, and that's beautiful. That's normal, and no one is saying you can't. So I was confused by that. Anyways, so where are we at in the episode? Okay, do you have more videos? Oh yeah, this guy that reminded me of my ex, and he's like a finance bro, and it just makes me explode. Okay, so this guy is Davis Clark on Instagram, 697,000 followers, by the way. So he's like, well, like he has a huge following, and I'm gonna play one of his videos or a couple, and then I'll talk about him.
His resolution was to release that song. We fulfilled on it, but we don't stop. We're getting after it every single day and coming for that title. Let them know.
Okay.
I was working so fast that the computers literally couldn't keep up. They told me to take a break and then get back to it. So we're chilling for a little, and then we crushed these reports. It was a crazy ride out there. Flat tires, wrong turns, and then I chowed 3 burgers and 3 hot dogs. What a day. Let's go!
Oh my God. Let's do one more.
I'm chipping away at these projects, day by day, step by step, getting them done. Let's go.
Okay, this man, I'm embarrassed to admit, reminds me of my ex because of the dork humor. I just remember, I was like, you're hot, but like your personality is like a very, he was way more left brain than me. And like, not to say nerdy necessarily, but just more like dork energy. But I was like, you're hot. So I like was blinded by that the whole time. He was 6'5", was like one of those things. And so, but his personality was very square. He was a square. Okay. He was such a square, into finance and shit, like crunch numbers. I don't know, whatever. But this guy, what is his name? Davis Clark, just looks like he needs to be popped, like a balloon that just needs its air released. And then he wouldn't, because you guys, he grits his teeth when he talks like so intensely, and he's passionate. You know, his bio is inspire, help others, do the right thing, enjoy life every day. All caps, riser, locked in for greatness, the heavy hitters. So but it's like he needs to be touched by a woman. Like, this is the thing. This is a good example of like, this man should go hit up, what's her name? Daisy. I don't know. The woman looking for a man. That's the naughty one. No, but like, he looks like someone who's just like you just need like the air released from the body. Just like, because he's so wound tight. He's so wound tight doing these fucking reports, these financial reports. What other crazy people are on the internet that we saved here? Oh my gosh, this lady. Oh my gosh. Wait.
Stacey Kennison, you know, I had a lot of trouble and was very badly distracted during Donald Trump's first presidency. And I like Donald, I really do. But he made a satanic deal about me when he was a child, like a lot of other people in America did, or when he was a teenager, young adult, and he made lots of money. I guess somebody forced him to. He's a victim. But he's siding with the Cohens, with the Dunns, with the Kennedys, the Shrivers, and those Hollywood movie stars, and Jenny Therese Mercer, and a lot of people that are destructive distracting me and my family and blaspheming our Holy Spirit and destructing us. They defiled me this morning again and molested my genitals. And he's going along with the women that are saying that it's okay to deny me an exorcism and blessing. And their attitude is that...
Oh, my God. I'm so lost. Molested my genitals this morning. What is going on? Her name's Stacey Kinnison. I think there's like lore on her. I feel like there's like a whole story about her. I have no idea what it is. Okay, and the psych ward lady, we got to find her because she's just so great with her scrapbook. Oh my God.
I documented some things in the psych ward, and there are some things that are highly suspicious. Why so suspicious? And how I made sure my brain was functioning properly, because the salt was always iodinized, which is like kind of like pink lemon salt, Ki. It didn't have sodium in it. You know, no wonder why some of the patients were like, I need salt and everything. They're not giving us the proper nutrients as they think they should. So what I always did was I asked for ketchup, and I really didn't like ketchup, but now I do. Mustard, cheese whiz.
Guys, she saved everything from the psych ward and put it in a scrapbook, like all the, the ketchup packet, the salt packet. It's just full of all this shit.
It has mustard in it, and this cheese block or whatever, this butter that's healthy. It wasn't the canola oil butter that causes heart disease. They stopped serving that, apparently. And, yeah.
God. Malicious Hamster 9999. She's crazy in the best way. I love, like, her other videos are just, oh my God. Like, what's this?
The first official person in the entourage is the hooded Jesus.
I can't. Okay. It's just too much. It's like, I'll go down the rabbit hole. Okay. Where are we at? I feel like it's time. More news? Oh shit, the World Cup's going on. This video is so funny. I love this.
Okay. I cannot speak English, but I'm excited.
I love it! Yeah, baby! Let's go!
Japan,
baby! Look, it's lit. It's lit.
Oh, that's so cute. He's excited for his country. He's like, I can't speak English, but he's rooting for Japan. All these foreigners watching the World Cup come into America, looking at all of our products. What am I saying? I'm trailing off. At the grocery stores, the giant ass Skippy peanut butters and the marshmallow fluff and the just like the shit you find at Walmart. The bulk size of everything it's funny. Lou Bear, what's even going on in the World Cup? Like, I don't pay attention to this at all. Who are the leaders right now? Mexico, 9 points. It's all based on points, and a win is like 3 points, I think. I do know that. Brazil's second. Or there's Brazil, Netherlands, Switzerland, Morocco with 7 points. Germany, United States, and Ivory Coast with 6 points. There's all these groups, Group A's, Group C's, Group T. It's like, huh? It's the one sport I fake cared about when I dated British guys back in the day. I like adopted their passions and hobbies and music taste and all that good stuff. And I pretended like I enjoyed watching it, but I fucking didn't give a shit. I'm like, let's watch American football. Let's watch anything else besides men kicking a ball around. Like, I just don't find watching soccer entertaining. Like, it's just so much back and forth for maybe 1 or 2 goals. And there aren't any plays. There's no setup. It's just very fluid, and there's a lot of fake crying and, you know, men just like rolling around, grabbing their ankle and that's like part of it. Like the acting like you're injured and not actually being injured thing is it's like a tactic. So I just don't like that part of soccer, but it's cool. We're hosting it in a lot of stadiums here, and people are excited, and, you know, I love sports, so I can't hate on this. I just personally am not following it. What else is going on? Oh, yeah. I know what we need to talk about. Okay. So I never say anything like this, but it needs to be called out. And everyone making fun of it needs to be shamed. Okay. Clavicular's new nose job looks amazing. He looks great. Everyone's saying it makes him look more basic. He ruined his face. Okay. I think it looks beautiful. And I think it's deeper than that. And by the way, I'm his number one supporter. Hi, Clavicular. Hi, Brayden. His name is Brayden, but he goes by Clavicular. Hi, I'm your number one supporter. I'm your number one fan. Okay. Love your work. I love your nose, by the way. I'll say I love your nose. And this goes deeper for me because I admire people that are committed to excellence. Okay. And you getting a nose job to correct the ratio of your facial nose symmetry or whatever is going on there really shows how committed you are to your craft and that you really practice what you preach. A lot of you guys are missing the point of his nose job. If his whole career is about teaching facial harmony, he better have some damn good facial harmony. Okay. So if there's a ratio out there that exists for the nose, a perfect ratio, and he doesn't go and get that for himself, he's not practicing what he's preaching. He's a fraud. Okay, this would be like Brian Johnson doing a live stream on Kick about the benefits of eating lentils and then going out back afterwards and chain smoking a pack of cigarettes. Okay. This man has KPIs for his jawline, straight up. Like, he's committed to the game. And I respect that. And I think, again, his nose looks great. His nose looks really good. Again, Clavicular, I'm your biggest supporter. I think the bullying needs to stop. And by the way, those bullies coming at you about your nose are in the closet right now looks maxing because of you. They're doing all the tricks that you teach. Okay. They're just not out like you being loud and proud about it. Okay. There's a lot of people silently working on their looks because of you. And you should be proud of yourself about that. And you should also be proud. Something I also admire, he was just in Paris and he's so open about the fact he doesn't have game. I love the honesty Clavicular has. Like, I just admire how straight up he is. He doesn't sugarcoat shit. He's so honest. It's hard to find now, the honesty. Like, he's in Paris and he's open about how he doesn't have game. Like, watch this video.
You know, I have the worst game, so I don't claim to ever be something I'm not. I'm not a fucking pickup artist. I'm a fucking autist. You know, I'll tell you everything you need to know about looks maxing, but going up to chicks, not my specialty whatsoever.
That is the most respectable thing I've ever heard come out of a man's mouth. He knows what he's good at. Like, he's not trying to be something he's not, Clavicular. He knows that he has no game. He's in Paris. He's hitting on these Parisian chicks, all these Stacys, that's what he calls them. And they're not into it. And he's like, hey, like, I don't have game. I know that. And I just think deep down, like, again, I'm feeling more compassionate than ever now. I just want to, this is a person that gets a lot of hate, but I think what he needs is, he wants love. Obviously we all want love, but like, he just needs to be embraced for who he is. Like, this is a really cool thing we're witnessing. We're witnessing someone committed to excellence. We're witnessing someone who is going in on one thing. I have the book, The One Thing, right here. It changed my life. And that's why I do my one thing. My podcast is my one thing. He has one thing and he's like, he's going to be the best. He is the best in the world at it. Looks maxing. That should be propped up, celebrated, cheered on for. You can make fun of him all you want. You can say his nose makes him look more basic. I just think he looks great. I love the nose. I love the new nose. And again, it's a new nose and it's probably swollen. It's not quite healed yet. It'll take probably a year to show the actual the final result. But what a sweet guy, you know? What a sweet guy. Shout out. Okay, I think I need to wrap the episode. What else is happening? Love Island, don't care. I just don't care. I said I was going to watch it. I just don't care. And the more people that I listen to covering it and recapping it, the more I listen to people recap it and cover it, the more I'm like, this is definitely not for me. I mean, it's just a waste. It's just such a waste of time to like, it's just so, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like this season people aren't really excited about anyways. So, yeah, there's something about a guy named Sincere, something about a guy named Sincere. That's all I know. There's a guy named Sincere, and there's the villas are called something. I don't know. There's a lot of challenges that are really porny. Yeah, that's all I know. Oh, fuck. I didn't talk about this, but we watched Maternal Instinct on Netflix. That documentary is the most disturbing, twisted, upsetting documentary I have ever watched in my life. And I didn't see it coming. Usually I can kind of piece together what's going to happen while I watch a documentary. So you tease some things in the beginning, and then you're like, oh, this is probably what happened as you're watching everything, all the evidence, unfold over the show. And this documentary, Maternal Instinct, started off with a woman getting pulled over by the police. And she's like, I just had a baby, right? And long story short, and then they go right into the hospital footage of the police body cam. And her name's Taylor Parker, I believe. She's in prison now. She's on death row, I think, in Texas, actually. I think the only female, or I don't know. Taylor Parker. Is that her name? Oh, yeah, I can't even look at it. So anyways, they show the body cam footage next of the inside the hospital. And, she's claiming she just had a baby. She's like rushing the hospital. They have a baby in the car with her. There's blood, obviously, on her. And then they show you the body cam footage inside the hospital and a doctor checking to see if she just had a baby and making sure she's all good down there, right? Because hemorrhaging, bleeding out, whatever. And the doctor goes, she didn't have a baby. There's nothing shows that she just had a baby on her body. Like, she did not just have this baby. So that's how the documentary starts, Maternal Instinct, right? And it tells a story about a girl, Taylor Parker, who was a pathological liar. Basically, she faked this whole pregnancy, faked so many things in her life. She was either married or had a boyfriend she lived with. Faked a pregnancy with a fake prosthetic bump she bought on Amazon. Full term, by the way. She went full term without him catching that that's not a real, that's not a that's a fake baby bump she's strapping on every day. Like, are they not, I'm like, are they not doing it or anything? Like, are they not, the dogs are fighting in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. They're so bored right now. So that was crazy. And long story short, she murders a girl who was also pregnant, or not also pregnant because she wasn't pregnant, when she was, that she befriended because she took photos at her wedding. So she befriended this girl. She became a Taylor Parker. Like, another thing she got into was photography, where she would take pregnancy photos, newborn photos, family photos, wedding photos. And oh my gosh, the dogs. And then when it came down to it, and she's 9 months pregnant, everyone knows her due date because she's posting Clancy Gale, because she named her baby Clancy Gale. She posted on Facebook. I mean, they took maternity photos, like on a horse. It was crazy. She started researching like how to get a newborn. Like, how do I buy one, or like, I don't know. Like, she's doing research. And then the next research she does is like how to perform a C-section. Okay. So this is the twist I wasn't expecting. I just didn't see it coming, and it fucked me up. I was bawling, crying. Like, Corey couldn't even watch it. I think he was crying. Like, I've never seen my husband cry like that. I mean, he didn't really cry like that, but he was fucked up. She was like so desperate to prove that she was pregnant and have a baby, that she murdered this woman. I should know her name because what's her name? She married or not married. This happened in 2020, by the way, and she murdered 21-year-old Reagan Simmons Hancock. And she was like 9 months pregnant. She goes into her house, stabs her a bajillion times, fights her, and then cuts the baby and performs like a C-section out of her belly. And I guess there were no cuts, scrapes, nothing, no trauma on the baby when it came to the hospital. It was like a perfect C-section, which some expert C-section surgeons say that is crazy because even the best of the best sometimes cut a little, like the baby might have a little damage on it. I don't know, like that's crazy to think about. Should never happen, but it does happen. So the fact that it was like a perfect C-section was crazy. Baby ends up dying at the hospital, or maybe before. The baby didn't make it. The mom's murdered, and then Taylor Parker's she's in prison. She was crazy. She had like those crazy eyes when you know someone's crazy. It was so disturbing, like and it was just to get to that level of desperation where you faked a pregnancy. All of your family and friends are celebrating you, thinking you're pregnant. You're posting pictures on Facebook of your bump and updates, and you're faking. I mean, she faked everything. But to be so desperate where you mentally get yourself to the point of, I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to stab my friend who I befriended because I took her wedding photos because I was like a fake photographer. That's another pathological liar thing I did. I'm going to stab her, kill her in her house, and rip her baby out and fake that it's mine and flee in a car and act like I'm rushing to the hospital. I don't know how she got pulled over. I don't know what that was. Like, the fact she got pulled over is crazy. I don't know. That's the one piece I didn't understand, or I don't recall is that's crazy. She's rushing to the hospital. Was she driving super fast? That's probably why. Was it speeding? I'm assuming. But the 911 call of the poor mother who walked in on Reagan and had to see that of her daughter, 9 months pregnant, like dead in that way. I mean, it was so disturbing. The most disturbing documentary I've ever watched. So we'll end on that note. We'll end on a negative, depressing note. This was a fun episode. Like, holy shit. We popped off. I'm like leaning into popping off. I think it's good for the algorithm. Like, I'm enjoying, speaking my mind, getting liquid and staying loose. I think we did that today. Let me get my outro music. Guess we'll do the little jazz outro. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Overcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please hit that subscribe button and review the show 5 stars while you're there. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Jacqueline Monroe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a video and audio podcast. Hi, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And finally, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/TJMS. Patreon.com/TJMS. All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Am I awake now? Like, that was a long episode. No, I'm just ready for my second nap, honestly. I'm ready for dinner. I'm ready for tacos. I feel like we're gonna go get some tacos now. I'm not cooking tonight. Not tonight. It's Friday night. I'm feeling like a little tacos and a margarita, but I can't have one, so we'll just get a water. All right, love you. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you next week. Bye.